Welcome back to Simple Complex Compound Class 2. Now let us understand and know what is complex sentence, what is compound sentence. A complex sentence is made up of one main clause or one or more subordinating clauses. As we discussed, what is a clause, what is main clause and what is subordinating clause. Main clause gives complete meaning by itself, which consists of subject and predicate. Subordinating clause cannot give complete meaning by itself, though it has subject and predicate. Why? Because the subordinating clause is supported by the subordinating conjunctions. My dear students, you need to remember in complex sentences we use only subordinating conjunctions. We have three conjunctions like subordinating, coordinating and correlative conjunctions. So here subordinating conjunctions are used in complex sentences, coordinating conjunctions are used in compound sentences. You remember these two very importantly. Conjunctions are also used which go together. Correlative conjunctions are the conjunctions which go together. If you use no sooner, you have to use than, as soon as. Similarly, we find some correlative conjunctions. Let us discuss correlative conjunctions and coordinating conjunctions later on, but here let us see what are the clauses we used. Here we have two clauses. When I saw him, so what? Is it giving complete meaning by itself? No. Why? Because this sentence is supported by the subordinating conjunction when. When the sentence is supported by the subordinating conjunction when, it is not giving complete meaning, though it has subject and predicate part. Never you forget, even subordinating clause has a subject and predicate as main clause, but subordinating clause cannot give complete meaning, whereas main clause gives complete meaning. When I saw him, he was going. What is a subordinating clause here? When I saw him is a subordinating clause. He was going is a main clause. It is an independent clause. An independent clause never depend on any other clause to give complete meaning. But whereas when I saw him is a dependent clause which needs to completely depend on main clause. Henceforth, you can justify the given definition that a complex sentence has one main clause or one or more subordinating clauses. Here what is the main clause? He was going is the main clause. Let us see the second sentence. If you call me, what? Is it giving complete meaning? No, it is not giving complete meaning. When it does not give complete meaning by itself, it is called a subordinating clause. A subordinating clause. A clause which gives complete meaning by itself is called main clause. I will come is a main clause. Remember, both subordinating clause as well as main clause has its own subject and predicate parts. But the difference is subordinate clause cannot give complete meaning, whereas main clause gives complete meaning. With this, you understood what is a complex sentence. Now, let us move on to compound sentence. Once after explaining the compound sentence, we will see how to change the sentences with the different structures from simple to complex, complex to compound, compound to simple back again. Now let us understand what is a compound sentence. What is a compound sentence? A compound sentence that has two or more main clauses. In compound sentence we find two or more main clauses. My dear children, you remember that we use only coordinating conjunctions in compound sentences, whereas in complex sentence, what was the conjunction that we used? We used subordinating conjunctions, but here only coordinating conjunctions are used. We find two main clauses. Two main clauses in the sense two independent sentences. Never you forget, whenever we use the clause, it is nothing but a sentence which gives complete meaning by itself. An independent clause, you can go home, it is giving complete meaning by itself, or you stay back, or you stay back, means both the sentences are not dependents, they are complete independents. Two independent sentences are connected by a coordinating conjunction. When two independent sentences are connected by a coordinating conjunction, then it is called compound sentence. Next sentence, children went to the park and played, and played. Children went to the park, it is giving complete meaning by itself. At the same time, played there, children played there. Both the sentences are independent sentences connected with and. Hence, we have to confirm this sentence is in compound sentence. Once after you confirm whether the sentence is in simple, complex or compound, then you can start converting the sentence from one to the other. Let us now understand and see structure by structure, model by model, how to change simple, complex, compound sentences. Convert this sentence. You read the sentence before you start converting the sentence. He was rich, but he felt unhappy. He was rich, an independent sentence. Similarly, he felt unhappy. Both the sentences are independent sentences. When two independent sentences are used in one sentence, my dear students, you need to understand it is given in compound. It is a compound sentence. Once after understanding it is a compound sentence, you can rewrite the sentence into complex, or you can rewrite the sentence into simple. While converting the sentence from compound to complex or complex to simple, never forget the meaning and the tense of the sentence do not change. In the examination, they will ask you rewrite the sentence by replacing but. Rewrite the sentence by replacing but. How do you replace but? When we want to replace but, you need to choose and you have to select equivalent meaning to the word but. What are the words has similar meaning like but? The words which have similar meaning like but are though, although, even though, are the similar meaningful words with but, yet, still. And then there are a few words which are even equal to the meaning of the words, which means, my dear students, the words that you are using in simple sentence, complex and compound are equal in the meaning. They carry the same meaning from one sentence to the other sentence. Once after you understand this is the word but, contradictory word, he was rich, then he should be happy, but he felt unhappy. Whenever we use but, it contradicts the previous statement. So, similar way you need to carry the meaning into complex. If I wanted to carry the meaning into complex, what are the suitable words which I can replace but with? I can replace but with though, although, even though. Any of these three words can be used, so that I can restart my sentence taking though he is rich, we never and ever take two conjunctions in one sentence. You have to remember it always. We do not take two conjunctions into one sentence. Though he is rich, now the entire main class became subordinating class because the subordinate class, the subordinating conjunction is used along with the class. Automatically, the main class becomes subordinate class. Though he is rich, so what? He felt unhappy. There is no change. You can write the exact sentence as it is. Similarly, you rewrite the sentence using although. Simple. You place although in the place of though. Although he is rich, don't use again but. Although he is rich, he felt unhappy. He felt unhappy. Now, rewrite the sentence using even though. Even though he is rich, he felt unhappy, which means, my dear students, if they ask you in the examinations, rewrite the sentence using though or although or even though, you have to do simply, you just write any of these conjunctions before the main class and then replace the coordinating conjunction, the entire sentence becomes into a complex sentence. Once if you confirm this is a complex sentence, in the examination at times they may ask you to rewrite the sentence using in spite of. In spite of. How do you rewrite the sentence using in spite of? In spite of or despite. Both these words convey same meaning. There is no difference in the meaning. When both the words are conveying the same meaning, what was the technique I told you to convert a clause into phrase? To convert a clause into phrase, you have to write fourth form of the verb given. What is the fourth form of the verse? The fourth form of the verse is being. Then you take being. Being rich. Being rich. So, I made my clause into phrase. Before you make a clause into phrase, my dear students, one more point has to be noted. You see, in both the sentences, whether the subject is the same or different. In both the sentences, means both the clauses, whether the subject is the same or different. When the subject is the same in both the sentences, you can omit a subject in the phrase because you are talking about the same subject in two sentences. Hence, you can omit the subject in phrase. If the subject is not same in both the sentences, you need to carry the subject even in the phrase. Even in the phrase. So, here the subject is same, he and he. As the subject is same in both the sentences, what should I do? I should omit in phrase. Once after omitting in phrase, what do I do? Being rich, we do not carry again the conjunction. Being rich, he felt unhappy. Being rich, he felt unhappy. This is the sentence, my dear students. But in the examination, they asked you rewrite the sentence using in spite of. Simply add the word enough. In spite of being rich. You just before you write in spite of or despite, make a clause into phrase. Then you write in spite of being rich. So what? He is unhappy. He was unhappy. He felt refers to simple past tense. In spite of being rich, he felt unhappy. Okay. Now rewrite the sentence using despite. Despite being rich. You need to remember in spite never and ever comes without of. Despite never takes of. Be careful. It is given in the correction of sentences many a times. Many a times. In spite of, never, never, in spite is used without of. Despite, never and ever is used with of. If we can make a note of it, it is easy to understand. Let us see two more sentences in the same model so that you can easily understand. Well, they lost the match. Who played well? They played well. This is the subject. Lost. Lost shows and gives the information this sentence belongs to past tense. As I mentioned, the tense meaning of the sentence does not change. Before you start the sentence, in the examination, they may ask you rewrite the sentence using though, or although. When they ask you rewrite the sentence using though, although, even though, before that you should understand what is the given sentence. The given sentence is simple sentence. How do we know the given sentence is simple sentence? Simply you understand there is a verb with ing form. There is a verb with ing form. Whenever you find verb with ing form, that is fourth form of the verb, with in spite of or despite, believe and remember this is a simple sentence. So this is a phrase. Now we have to make the phrase into class. We have to make the phrase into class. How do you make a phrase into class? It is very simple, vice versa, as we did a class into phrase. Who played well? They played well. A phrase does not have a subject and verb, whereas class has a subject and predicate. So now what is the subject of the sentence? They means who played well? They played well. Now what is the verb here? I need to take play. What is the second form of play? As the sentence is in simple past tense, we need to use only past tense. So they played well. They played well. This is my class. But they are asking me to write the sentence with though. Simple. You just add though, enough. Though they played well, they lost the match. Rewrite the sentence with although. Although they played well, they lost the match. Rewrite the sentence using even though. Even though they played well, they lost the match. Instead, asking you with though, although, even though, if they ask you with but, how do you write? Rewrite the sentence using but, or write the sentence into compound. How do you write? So, what is the similar word which has similar meaning of in spite of? The word which has similar meaning of in spite in compound are but, yet, still. So we have to use only synonymous words and similar meaning words. Hence, you have to remove though and you have to write two main clauses and connect but. So what is the answer? They played well. They played well, but they lost the match. That's it. They played well, but they lost the match. This is the answer. So, my dear students, you do not have a choice and chance to convert the sentence by changing the tense and meaning. You have to carry the tense and meaning of the sentence into all sentences. It may be simple or complex or compound. Never forget it. Let us see the second structure. Here we are going to learn how to change the sentences with besides as well as not only but also. See the sentence in the boat. He not only robbed the poor man but also killed him. When we see the sentence, we find not only but also. Not only but also, which means doing one work, he did one more along with that. Means two works are done. When two works are done, we use besides. Besides means along with. Along with. In addition is the meaning of the word besides. Similar way, we find as well as. As well as meaning is also besides. Besides meaning not only but also. So the meaning of all these three structures are the words same and similar. Hence, never we change the meaning of the sentence. Once after the sentence is given, you understood the sentence is in compound sentence. Compound sentence. Then how do you change a sentence into complex? What are the words that carry the same meaning of not only but also in complex? The word that carries equal meaning of not only but also in complex is as well as. When we want to write as well as, you need to carry the same meaning. So the old man was robbed. He robbed the old man or the poor man. What did he do? He robbed the poor man. Did he leave him after robbing? No, but he killed him even, which means as well as he killed him, as well as he killed him. He killed him. Answer is, he robbed the old man as well as killed him. We can write as well as killed, rather taking the subject again. The reason is we have the same subject in both the clauses, hence we can carry the subject only once rather carrying twice. If you want to write with besides, then how do you write with besides? Before you start writing a simple sentence, my dear students, first never forget to change a clause into phrase. How to make a clause into phrase? So what is the verb of sentence given here? Robbed. So what is the fourth form of robbed? You write robbing. Robbing. Robbing is the fourth form of the verb. When you write the fourth form of the verb robbing the poor man, what happened? He killed him. He killed him. But you have to carry the meaning of besides or meaning of as well as. This is a correct formation of making a clause into phrase, but it is not completely carrying the meaning of the rest of the two sentences. To carry the meaning of the two above sentences, we have to use the word which has equal meaning. What is the word which has equal meaning in this model, in this structure? There is a word called besides. So compulsory we need to use besides. Besides robbing the poor man, he killed him. Besides robbing the poor man, he killed him. So my dear students, need to understand that tense and meaning do not change. I am repeating this statement again and again. Most of the students make mistakes in the tense as well as using the suitable synonymous words while writing simple to complex, complex to compound sentences. Let me show you one more sentence so that you can easily understand how to convert the sentence in this model. Here, he is tall, he is handsome. He has two qualities. One quality is he is tall, the other quality is he is handsome. In the examination, if they give you a sentence like this, how to change this sentence? You can change this sentence with besides as well as not only but also. They may ask you to rewrite the sentence using as well as. They may ask rewrite the sentence using not only but also, and similarly besides. But here let us see, use not only but also and rewrite the sentence. Then you see, he is not only what? He is not only tall, he is not only tall. In both the sentences, what do you find? Is it the same subject or two different subjects are used? In both the sentences, subject is same, no different subjects are used. When two sentences have the same subject, my dear students, you need to carry the subject only once. It is enough to carry the subject only once. He is not only tall but also handsome. And one more point, my dear students need to understand, whenever they use the sentence in not only but also model, they use either two adjectives or two nouns or two verbs. So here in both the sentences we find adjective tall and adjective handsome. Rewrite the sentence using as well as. He is tall as well as handsome. What is the answer? He is tall as well as handsome. And now besides, I need to use the sentence besides. When I wanted to use the sentence with besides, I need to understand this is a simple sentence. In simple sentence, the first thing what we need to understand is making a clause into phrase is the most important area to be concentrated. How to make a clause into phrase? Write the fourth form of is. What is the fourth form of is? Being. Then being tall, he is handsome. He is handsome. But in the sentence we used as well as. We use not only but also. So we have to carry the similar meaning. We have to carry the similar meaning and same meaning. When we want to carry the similar meaning and same meaning, what is the word to be used to replace not only but also or as well as in simple sentence? Only besides. So you have to answer besides. Besides being tall, he is handsome. This is the way of converting a sentence from simple to complex, complex to compound in this model.